Tonight, we are going to be investigating the paranormal inside the Old South Pittsburg Hospital.
7-foot shadow man hangs out everywhere. And this is him going down Shadow Hallway. Check that out.
Apparitions and 7-foot tall shadows and many other things that lead people to believe that there are spirits inside this hospital.
So while the patients or whomever were in here waiting or going to the restroom, they didn't know there were bodies on the other side while they were in the restroom there.
What is that?
What?
Hello? That was so loud, it sounded like someone running up through here.
Whoa.
What happened?
Dude, literally something just poked me in the back. I thought it was you.
No. Who poked Dave?
Poke.
Poke?
Did it just say Nelly?
That's what I thought it said.
Whoa.
Something there?
Yes. And it's huge.
My camera had to pick it up, or that camera had to pick it up.
Were you a nurse at this desk?
Oh, shit. Dave, we are in South Pittsburg, Tennessee.
Finally.
I know, it's been like a decade in the making that we are going to finally investigate one of the most haunted hospitals in the United States of America.
That's what they say.
The Old South Pittsburg Hospital. This place is known not just for the footsteps, the voices, the unexplainable presences that people have felt, but also apparitions and 7-foot tall shadows and many other things that lead people to believe that there are spirits inside this hospital.
So many reports of activity in this place, I can't wait.
And finally, we're here. It's been so long since we first learned of this place, and we're turning onto the road right now.
Oh,
and you can see it up there. Holy
wow.
This place is creepy.
Wow. I was not expecting it to be like, it's more flat than it is tall, like Harriman was.
From what I understand and from what other people have told us, it's like a maze inside this building.
Oh, really?
So hopefully we don't get lost tonight.
Wouldn't put your money on it.
95% of the time we can't help but get lost just driving here, so I have no doubt in my mind that we'll probably get lost in this building.
Okay, so they got a chain up, so I guess we can't get in.
We can't get in. We still have about 3 hours until we can get into the hospital, and the sun is gonna set here in about an hour, and it'll be dark. The clocks roll back, and now in this part of the country, the sun sets at 4:30 p.m., and we will be getting in at 6, so.
Yeah, we got a little bit of time to kill.
So let's go ahead and go get something to eat, and we'll come back whenever it's closer to the time we can get in. And tonight, we're gonna explore, investigate one of the most haunted hospitals in the United States of America, the Old South Pittsburg Hospital.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Boom!
Dave, we're inside, finally, the Old South Pittsburg Hospital.
We are finally here. It's been so many years we've been waiting to get in here.
I know, it's been like a decade.
If not longer.
In the making, I know, it's crazy. And we're finally here. We've heard the stories of this hospital, the stories of paranormal activity. They're legendary.
They are.
And we're gonna be here tonight to see what we can capture on our own paranormal investigation inside this historic and haunted hospital.
Yes, many groups have come through these halls and they have reported it to be extremely haunted. So I'm excited to see what we can find out for ourselves.
Me too, but first, before we do that, we're gonna have to get a walkthrough of this place because it is a hospital. It is big, it is dark, and we don't wanna get lost. So let's go find Heather so she can walk us around and tell us all about what each area was used for and also some of the claims of paranormal activity here.
Let's do it. Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
So this hallway is one of my favorite hallways, especially just to chit chat and just listen to the surrounding things. Because when the hospital closed down in 1998, this hallway was 3 different doctors' offices. So you've got the hospital, you got patient rooms, you got doctor's offices down here. You just got the whole riffraff of visitors coming in and out, doctors, reps coming in and getting things, the Lennings, just the list goes on. But there is a little boy down here, and I call him Adam. He's about yay high, I'm saying 7 to 9. Maybe this is him moving that balloon right now, or I don't know, it might be us calming down. Adam, if that's you, can you move it really, really hard, please? Back and forth, really, really hard. Look at you go. You're gonna do it. Thank you. He loves to play with balloons. He also has a giraffe down here and a couple little Hot Wheel cars.
Thank you, Adam.
If you want the guys to come back and talk to you here in a little bit, can you rock it one more time real hard?
Maybe he doesn't want us to come back.
No, there it goes.
Oh.
Good job.
We're nice guys, Adam. We'll bring you some cool
He
lights.
stopped it again. Oh, there you go.
We can bring you some lights later on that you can play with. Make them turn on, the lights will flash. I'm sure you've seen them.
So over here we have Jim. This is Jim's area. He was the caretaker when the hospital closed down, and he passed away in 2009. This is Jim in real life. His bedroom is right down here. Last room on the right. Then his living room and his kitchen. These rooms right here is his soundproof rooms, his recording rooms. He would go in there and make music. He was the caretaker after the hospital closed down, and he actually stayed here. And there was also another private residence on the second floor, long wing, and the man was a tattoo artist and actually had a tattoo parlor up there as well. They went on vacation, came back, and he had passed away in here. Very hot, nasty day, and he had laid there for 10 days. So not a very good situation, but we're glad to have him, even though it's sad. So this is day surgery. I know it's nighttime. Yes, it is very active at nighttime as well. So you got to think. You got an emergency room right down here. You got a lot of people in a very small hospital that serve 3 counties. So of course they use these rooms. So as you guys know, the hospital was completely demolished over the years. It was used as a storage building, of course, paranormal activity, housing, people stayed here. There's been over 100,000 pounds of trash taken out of this 68,000 square foot building. Wow. So that's kind of sort of like why we have this desk that looks this way in this area, and it's just simply we try to set it up how it was. But this was the main nurses station's desk in the 60s. So you can imagine just how little it was. Why did the hospital close down? Look how tiny, look how far you've been, and look how little it already is. It was just overpopulated, it was just too much. So if you look at one wing, you have 6 rooms. On one side, you had double rooms, so that was 12 patients. Once HIPAA came into play, they had lost a whole patient per room, so it kind of eliminated the service that they was able to give out. And then why not build a bigger hospital? Because they wasn't able to pull this one up to code. They did use it for rehabilitation, like a rehab thing on 3rd floor for a little bit, but 2002 was when it's completely shut down, and that's when Paranormal started shortly after that.
Okay.
It's definitely creepy.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So if you want to go ahead and walk through the women's bathroom right here, and there's a hole in the wall. Back in the day, they didn't have
My mind went to the wrong place.
I know, right?
Good Lord.
Back in the day, they didn't have a morgue. So we had what's called a body box.
Oh, wow.
And there's actually been a hole cut in the wall so that way you can walk through and investigate it at night. This is an amazing area to do the Estes method.
Ooh.
You have your little ball in here to try to communicate with the kids. The kids are a lot lively, very lively over here in the ER. It's quote unquote more boys.
Yeah.
You know, it was enough for 4 bodies and a cleaning table and a 4th one if they needed it.
Wow.
I'll leave it at that.
What do you think?
It's kind of crazy. I mean, how did they get them in here?
They had to take them outside.
Oh, outside.
Yeah, and then they came in that door right there.
So while the patients or whomever were in here waiting or going to the restroom, they didn't know there were bodies on the other side while they were in the restroom there. That's kind of creepy.
It's very creepy.
That is creepy. That's a creepy thought.
And I mean, this sounds crazy, but I had my arm fixed here when I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
And I probably used that bathroom. Just saying.
Yeah.
You know, because I would have came in this room.
Sure.
But it kind of ew.
Yeah.
I mean, death is right beside us all the time, though. So, I mean.
That's fair. That's true.
It is. I don't know. It's just kind of like, eh.
In that case, I guess ignorance is bliss.
So this is the other x-ray room, and this is the emergency room. So if you'll notice, it's enough just for 2 rooms and 2 beds, although we just have 1 bed. Very, very active, fun area. We have Buddy down here. Buddy's one of our little boys. He was going to go fishing with his family, and he went outside to go get him some worms. Looked outside. His mama noticed he's in the yard, passed out, brought him here. Come to find out he was an anaphylactic shock. They started working on him, trying to figure out what was wrong with him. One of the nurses looked down and noticed a little worm in the floor, and come to find out it was a baby copperhead. So he had gotten to copperheads, and they had bit him all over his little legs. So he's just kind of really sad. He is very active and very fun. He enjoys his balls, as you can tell. His favorite ball is a blue ball, but he is our baby. He's spoiled. We love him. But there's lots and lots of endless stories down here. I mean, you guys been on YouTube, you know them. So this is biohazard. One of the things about Old South Pittsburg that you have to figure out is what year you're in. So you come down here and it smells kind of funny and you're getting women's screams, and then guess what? You're prior to 71, because that's when they moved the babies in labor and delivery onto 3rd.
Okay.
So, but if you go up to 3rd and you're in the nursery and you're not getting diddly squat, come down here and try it. My nurse Betty passed away in this bathroom. Now the door opens out. It used to open in. So she got to not feeling well, use the restroom, actually had a heart attack, landed on her tushy in front of the door and wasn't able to get up. They ended up taking her several hours to try to get her out, just because they wasn't able to, because she was in front of the door. But she actually had a heart attack in there. She's very, very, very loyal to the men. She likes coming out and hanging out with the guys.
We'll have to come down here later, Dave, and try and talk to Nurse Betty.
Yes. I mean, you'll probably have more luck with Nurse Betty than I would, but.
This is Miss Nellie's room. Miss Nellie was our dementia patient. She was pretty much dumped here. What we believe was the 90s. Started roaming around, just running around the hospital. They had noticed her and turned around and talked to her, tried to figure out what was going on, couldn't. Put her in a room, come to find out she had dementia. She actually passed away in her room in a fetal position in the corner, right there in front of her original rocking chair. Pretty much jack of all trades. I call her the grandmother of the hospital. I considered her as, she was the one that would go around and hang out with people that didn't have visitors, play cards, Wheel of Fortune. You know, I mean, she was that person. After she passed away, it was said that she still would come in there and, you know, lay with people and talk to people. One thing she does not like is for guys to be in her bed. She has a music box on her bed. She likes it played. You can close her door sometimes and she'll open it, because when she would get in trouble, they would place her in her room when she was out of pocket, put the bells on her door so that way they would hear when she was trying to come out. 303 is Candyman's room. Candyman is our Candyman. He's the meth head. He loves his meth. He came here for rehab. In theory, he would have passed away tonight and been released tomorrow. Completely almost made it through the program, and had his friend come and see him and got him some goodies. You can't really see it right now from where we're standing, but you'll notice they have these little things right here. Definitely use that tonight on shadow play. You'll see him kind of sticking in and out, and other residents too. You'll see him kind of sticking out with that flash plate. It kind of just, almost like a reflector tape. I don't know if you can shine that way and see those.
Yeah, you can definitely see it right here on this door.
Yeah.
For sure.
But use that, like just the little ambient light, and use that. This is Wayne. Wayne is our motorcycle man. He got in a car wreck and was here. I'm not sure of 100% of his story. I've just heard so many things, so I just say I'm not sure. What I know is he does like blonde-headed women and likes to smoke. As long as he's got a cigarette, he's cool to go. I don't know if he has a cigarette in there or not, but if he does, you can put it like out here in the hallway with a cat ball, and he'll usually come out, REM pod, whatever, and get it. This right here is our 7-foot shadow man. 7-foot shadow man hangs out everywhere. So don't think that you're just gonna get him up here. And one of the girls that just started volunteering caught this. And this is him going down shadow hallway. Check that out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Miss Holly caught that. I was like, yay.
That's really cool. You're standing right there in the middle.
Yeah, just chilling.
Wow. Did you say you had any sort of name or any idea for a name for him?
I don't have a big name. I mean, a name. I just call him the big guy.
The big guy.
Big guy, big man. What's up, big man?
Dave?
Yes?
I think it's time.
I think it is time.
Heather gave us the walkthrough, and we have on our table tonight the Old South Pittsburg Hospital for the first time, a place we've been wanting to go to for like a decade.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
So let's get these cameras ready. Let's switch over to night vision. Let's set up some stationary angles and leave them alone for a little bit to see what they capture when there's no one in this hospital to interfere with the activity.
Let's do it. Old South Pittsburg Hospital. Let's go.
It's time for abandonment.
Let's do it.
We are in the Old South Pittsburg Hospital in South Pittsburg, Tennessee, and this place is creepy. It's like a maze. We set up cameras in the places where we felt we'd have the best chance of covering the most ground, so we kind of opted away from doing specific rooms except for this one because of what Heather told us, that Jim's room here is an area where there actually is a time limit, that Jim is less active later in the evening, more active earlier in the evening. So we're going to leave some equipment and stuff for him to talk to, and hopefully in this room capture something from Jim. We also have a camera on the second floor pointed down that long hallway that Heather called the shadow hallway. The shadow hallway is very creepy, and in my opinion is probably one of the creepiest parts of this hospital.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what that camera picks up on. But then on the third floor, we have two cameras up there. We have one camera pointed down towards the operating room, an area that is said to be one of the most active parts of this hospital, and then another camera pointed down the long hallway that leads towards Nellie's room, along with Wayne's room and Candyman's room down there. So that hallway, if there is activity, if there's movement, we'll know all about it.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I woke up today with kind of a sore voice, you guys. I'm going to try and save my voice for the sessions. So I'm not going to be real loud on this one. So we're leaving. We're leaving.
There we go. On this abandonment, these 4 cameras were set up for over an hour, giving Dave over 4 hours of footage to review from this abandonment session alone. And each of these areas are known for their sightings of paranormal activity. But tonight, in all of these camera angles for the entire time we were outside, nothing paranormal or unexplainable happened at all. None of the equipment triggered, and the only sounds captured were in the shadow hallway on the second floor. But these noises the camera captured just sound like the pops and shifting knocks you'd expect from an old, abandoned hospital. And after an hour of silence, inside the Old South Pittsburg Hospital, we finally return. We're back.
Alright, so we're gonna make our way up to the second floor where we've got everything set up waiting for us. And we'll see what happens.
While we do this SLS sweep, we have a camera in the nurse's station where we were told that Betty the nurse Betty. Speaking of dead bell, it's a new piece of equipment that we have. It's a EMF triggered hospitality bell. When it detects electromagnetic frequencies, it'll actually set the bell off.
It's pretty neat.
There it is again. Betty, are you messing with the bell? What in the world? Betty, are you down there?
You want to start down this way?
Yeah. Betty, if that's you, can you ring it 3 times in a row? My name's Ryan, this is Dave. We've traveled a long way to come and visit you.
If it's somebody other than Betty, can you ring that 3 times in a row?
Dave's got a camera there that he can take your picture with.
Listen to me.
We're listening.
You like the sound of that bell?
Whoa. Oh, that's you.
Shoot.
Gosh,
Sorry.
that scared me.
I forgot we put that there. Whoops. I am just going to pass in front of it here.
Yeah. Did it crash again?
Yeah.
As Dave walks behind the nurse's station, the SLS program crashes. It's a common problem that we have every time we use this device. But this time, he can't seem to get it to reconnect.
What do you mean connect sensor required? It's right there.
The tablet we're using seems to suddenly have trouble processing the Connect signal, because when we were setting it up downstairs, it almost wouldn't turn on to begin with.
Insufficient bandwidth.
After a couple minutes, Dave does get the SLS to restart, but the bandwidth problem isn't over yet. The screen capture recording program freezes when the Connect program restarts, so the rest of our recorded clip is frozen on this screen. This means for the rest of the SLS sweep, we won't be able to show you what Dave is seeing on the tablet, even though the SLS is working. It's a common theme for us lately. Our equipment works just fine on one investigation, and then on the next, it fails at the most inconvenient time.
You stopped ringing the bell. Did we get too close?
Margaret.
Margaret? Is that your name? If that's your name, there's a red light down there by the stairs. If your name's Margaret, can you make that light up, or maybe the one over here with the blue light?
Margaret, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? Did you work here? Okay, if that's Margaret, we understand ringing the bell as yes.
Old.
Old.
Oh, you're old?
That's interesting. You said tell us a little bit about yourself, and then it said old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Margaret, did you work here? Okay, let me ask one more time. Margaret, did you work here? Ring that. Okay. Were you a nurse at this desk? I thought I just heard something there.
Water.
Water. You need some water?
Margaret, did you work in housekeeping?
Margaret worked in housekeeping, huh? Wow.
Well, thank you for doing that job. I know that's a very, very difficult job.
Snake.
Snake.
I've got a camera here. I would love it if you could step out into the hallway here so I could take your picture. Does anybody want their picture taken?
Margaret, or whoever is that ringing that bell, can you step away from it and not touch it for a few minutes? It's not a good tool to use if it just keeps going off.
I can't even really see where I'm going, but
Yeah, me neither. Besides the screen, but you're good. There's nothing in front of you if that's what you're asking.
yeah.
I'm going to turn the bell off if you don't quit ringing it.
Guide.
Guide. You saw us walking around with the guide earlier. Do you know her name?
All right, well, we're going to come down through your hallway here. I'm taking pictures with this camera in my hand. Any volunteers who want to take a picture here? Just step right in front of me. Actually, let's go in here.
Can you hear it?
Can we hear what? What is that?
What?
You didn't hear that?
No.
Hello? That was so loud, it sounded like someone running up through here.
They're here?
Yeah. My camera had to pick it up, or that camera had to pick it up. It was like, dump, 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 dump. Wow.
Can you hear it?
Can we hear what? What is that? What is that?
What?
You didn't hear that?
No. Who was that Ryan just heard? Is there anything above this?
The third floor. No, there's nothing above this. Because this is the old building.
That's really bizarre.
It sounded like it was more this way.
You want to go back down that way?
Maybe us moving away from it isn't a bad thing, because we have enough cameras down here and equipment to capture something if it happens.
True.
Where are you? If you need a nurse, can you yell out?
How come you're in the hospital here? What? Why? Sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but I'm just so tired I'm fumbling my words, so I'm not laughing at you. But what landed you in the hospital here?
If you're in there, can you stand right in the middle of the hall? Stand right in the middle of in the middle of the floor, and Dave will take your picture.
Why?
Because there's a lot of people out there who want to know if you're still here and you can still talk to us. There's been a lot of reports of strange activity happening inside this hospital. And some people think it's because there are spirits here. Are there spirits here?
What?
What?
Whoa.
What happened?
Dude, literally something just...
Tugged on your sweatshirt?
No, it like poked me in the back. I thought it was you.
No. I've been standing all the way back here.
Oh, that was creepy. It was like forceful.
Who poked Dave? You have his attention. Where are you?
I didn't like that. Why did you poke me? What do you need? I didn't mean to react like that if you needed something, but...
Screen.
Screen? Yeah, he has a screen. I'm going to go ahead and set this down right where Dave was standing. Whoops. I'm going to kick a cat ball first. I'm going to set this down right where Dave was standing, and then I'm going to back away from it. And you can try and talk to that light. And we'll stand still and be quiet. Did you poke Dave?
Why did you poke me? Can you tell me through the recorder there?
Do you like Dave?
Pathetic.
Well, that's not very nice. Are you grumpy? We readjusted and moved.
I have my camera pointed into your room there.
Close.
Close.
If you're close, just stand right in front of me.
I'm going to listen back to this really fast. You're good to keep...
I see you.
Whoa.
You do.
We'd love to see you.
I'm going to go ahead and set this down right where Dave was standing. Whoops. I'm going to kick a cat ball first. I'm going to set this down right where Dave was standing, and then I'm going to back away from it. And you can try and talk to that light. And we'll stand still and be quiet. Did you poke Dave? Why did you poke me? Can you tell me through the recorder there?
Closer.
Do you like Dave? Pathetic. Well, that's not very nice. Are you grumpy? We readjusted and moved. I have my camera pointed into your room bed. How? Close. If you're close, just stand right in front of me.
Speak.
We're listening. Nothing there, but did you notice that?
What?
That it said close when we were in front of this door. You moved over here to switch hands with the SLS, and when you did, the ghost tube said closer.
Oh, really?
It said close over here, and when you moved over here, it said closer.
Are you over here in the waiting area? You want to sit down beside me? You want to continue on down this way?
What is that?
This is just a camera. It's just a weird looking camera. Takes photographs. It won't hurt you. You can just stand right in front of me and it'll take your picture. Unlike the hospitals, I'll let you have your picture for free. This is the cheapest service you'll ever get in a hospital, is a free photograph. Oh, it's mapping something.
Oh, wow. Is it still there?
No.
Thank you.
Can't beat free, right?
If that was you, there's a ball right here in the hallway, close to where you were just standing. Can you make it flash for us to let us know that you're here?
I want one.
I want one.
What?
Free picture?
A picture? Okay, here, I'll turn around this way. And we'll give you space to come through here if you need to. And you just stand there. And you can have a picture.
I'm stuck.
You're stuck.
You're stuck.
Is there anything that we can do to help you not be stuck?
Pendant.
Pendant.
I'm not sure. We're not sure what you mean by pendant.
You want to walk down the hallway with us? We heard there's a man that's 7 feet tall. A lot of people like to call him Big Guy. Sir, are you here with us?
Big Guy, are you here? Are you standing here with us? If you are, can you stand in front of my camera? Whoa.
Something there?
Yes. And it's huge.
This is about as frustrating as it gets. Remember that the tablet error caused almost the entire video from the SLS camera to be frozen on this screen. And this means that even though Dave is seeing a figure on the screen in front of him, we didn't capture any of it as evidence.
Is that you right there?
And because this is the first time that we've ever experienced this error, I didn't think to record over Dave's shoulder, because I assumed it was being captured by the screen recording just like every other SLS session we've done for years. But this is odd, because Dave had just asked if someone would stand in front of him, and then a full figure appears, and it's tall. Could this be the 7-foot tall man that everyone calls Big Guy? And if so, how long has he been here with us?
Can I come over and talk to you?
Poke.
Poke.
Literally something poked me.
That's right, it did.
They're gone.
Wow. I forgot. Literally, it's only been a few minutes and I already had forgotten that. Yeah. You poked Dave? Thank you for confirming that.
Well, if that was you, big guy, or whoever they refer to as that, thank you. Looks like we had a couple people come out and get their picture, so thank you.
Children.
Are you children? You look like you'd be a little bit too tall to be children. Or do you have children?
It wasn't a false read because...
Are you scared?
No, we're not scared.
There's nothing to be afraid of in here. I want to try something. What?
Sorry.
Oh, God.
I was just yawning. I can't stop.
Wow, that scared the crap out of me.
That may have been the first time someone's ever been scared by a yawn. This third floor session has been a bit quiet. A couple of strange things, but nothing too absolutely undeniable proof of the paranormal. You did get poked.
Yeah.
And then shortly after, GhostTube did say poke.
Poke.
Poke. Which was very strange and coincidental. And then a couple of strange sounds and possibly a couple of strange SLS figures. But other than that, all the equipment has been silent.
It has been.
So maybe we should go upstairs and try and see if the third floor has any more luck. Maybe we should go try and talk to Nellie or Wayne or Candyman.
Let's do it.
See what that has in store for us.
Let's go.
Up, 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 up we go. So right now we're on the third floor. We have cameras set up. We have an action cam down in the operating room area. We have a camera at the end of this hallway, which is the long hallway that leads down that not only has Nellie's room where we are now, but also has Candyman's room and Wayne's room. Right now we're in Nellie's room though, and we have a REM pod in the rocking chair. So...
As you were explaining that,
yeah.
there was a light anomaly that came from over by Nellie's chair towards me.
Towards you?
Mm-hmm.
Nellie, we heard that you really took care of this place and that you took care of the people in it. And I hope it's okay if I shut this door. I'm gonna go ahead and push this door shut really fast. But if you don't want it shut, you can open it back up. Heather mentioned to us that you may not like it shut. We came from a good ways away. We came from West Virginia to talk to you. And to start out, we heard that you like this music box. So I'm going to go ahead and crank this music box if that's okay. And if you like the music, you can let us know.
Hey Nellie, if you like that music, can you try and move that balloon that's on your bed and let us know? Nellie, if you want to hear that music again, can you light up that red light that's in your rocking chair? And we'll play it again.
And if you're not in here and you were out in the hallway, you can open the door and come in. Maybe you were out taking care of some of the people on this floor, making sure that they were okay. We heard you used to check up on them. That was very nice of you. I'm going to turn on a box for a few minutes that you should be able to talk through. And we'd love it if you could come through and let us know that you're here by telling us your name. Nellie, is this your room? If there were still people in this hospital, you'd probably still walk around and check on them, huh?
That was clearly it.
I heard, well, yeah, and then I heard, yeah.
That was clearly it.
I heard, well, yeah, and then I heard, yeah. Who are the men talking? Do you know Nellie? Whoever this is, a lot of people are curious. You're no longer with us anymore, not in this existence. Can you tell us what you see or what is happening there where you are?
Are you lost?
Do you smell something?
Come here. I just got like a whiff of like perfume. It was like very floral.
I don't smell anything.
You don't?
Mm-mm. Are you showing yourself to Dave? My name is Ryan and this is Dave. Can you come through and say one of our names to let us know you're here?
Are you in here in this room with us?
You haven't really said anything very convincing to let us know you're here. I'm going to turn the box off if you don't say something, because I want to use it to talk to you, but if you're not going to talk, we need to find some other way. What did that say?
I thought maybe I heard do not something.
Could you repeat yourself? What if I open the door? Would that make you feel more comfortable? Oh, shit! I forgot it goes all the way back. I forgot it slams back even when you stop it. That'll wake you up.
Oh my god.
I forgot it goes all the way back.
Did I just say funny?
I'm not sure. I was adjusting it, so I wasn't quite paying attention. Good. Who's the man? Can you say your name?
Did I just say Nelly?
That's what I thought it said.
Did I just say Nelly?
That's what I thought it said.
Nelly, was that you? Hi. Well, hello. We left you some presents on your bed. If you want to, Nelly, go try and touch that bright red light on your bed.
Would it help you if we stepped out of the room?
That's so weird. I was just about to say that.
I jumped so hard when that hit, I think I pulled a muscle in my back. I don't think I've jumped that hard in a long time. Like, it was a deep thump, and I just was not expecting that door to go back and hit that wall, even though, because I stopped it physically with my hand, I didn't expect it to still fly back and hit that.
It was quite a visceral reaction.
We're leaving the room.
Okay, you try and touch that red light. It's a present for you.
Mark?
I heard that.
Who's Mark? Did I just say Candyman?
I thought I heard me or means well.
Means well? Did I just say Candyman?
303 is Candyman's room. Candyman is our Candyman. He's the meth head.
Thank you so much for coming through and talking, Mark. You mean well? You want to talk?
Whose room are we at? Can you say the name?
$18. No. Can someone come out and talk to us? We're very curious about you and who you are and what your life is like. What'd that say?
I'm not sure, but I just felt a gush of wind hit me in the left side of my face.
Ooh, I can feel it coming now, yeah. It's moving down the hallway. Who is that? Who is the cold air that we feel? Can you slam a door somewhere in this hallway so we know where to find you?
Well, you want to head down to the OR?
Let's do it.
Good gravy.
What?
Just sore.
Let's see, Dave. Are you going to book 2 massive hospitals 2 nights in a row again?
No. No. It's almost 300,000 square feet that we've covered in 24 hours. I'm gonna slide my shoes off.
Okay.
This is commitment here, guys.
Time to eliminate the squeak.
That's right.
Hello. My name's Ryan. This is Dave.
Hi.
We want to know which operating room we should go to. We're just looking for a little bit of company. Is there anyone that wants to talk? Can you give us a sign that you're here so we know where to go?
Ryan hurt his back just a few minutes ago. He may need an operation. Where should he go?
What if instead of that light being in the hallway, I brought it in here and you can turn it on and make it make noise so you can tell us that you're here? I was using this box down the hallway to see if someone could talk to me, and we had a couple of interesting things. Can you come through this and tell me if you were a doctor, patient, or nurse?
Have the doctors already scrubbed up? Did I say mama?
In case you don't know how this works, I'll show you. You walk up to it, and you do that. I'm sure you've seen them before. A lot of people come through here. What did that say?
I thought I heard it say myself.
Who is this?
Oh, did you hear that?
It sounded young.
It sounded like a kid.
If there's a child here, or if there's a young person here, and you want to play, all these toys that we brought are for you. Santa? No, we're not Santa, but Santa does bring toys. Dave does a really good Santa impression. Go ahead, Dave, give him a ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho!
What do you think? Dave sound like Santa?
Curious, is there a child in here looking for their mom? If there is, can you touch that red light?
With 90 minutes left before we have to be out the door, think we should break down all this stuff because we got to walk down to the second floor to go to the ER. I wanted to go in there and try and talk to Buddy because Heather said that Buddy is very talkative.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go down to from the OR to the ER?
I am ready. Let's see if we can maybe end the night by talking with Buddy. And if we have any time after that, maybe we'll try something else.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Hello, Buddy. We got to meet your friend earlier, Heather, and she said that you're a really nice kid. There's a lot of toys in here that you already play with, but there's also some toys that we brought. We were wondering if you wanted to use any of them. Look at that, Dave's got a tricycle.
Buddy, do you want to play? We have a bunch of toys here. You want to play? If you do, can you try and touch those purple lights? They're on your bed.
Or right there by your dinosaur, I put a box that you can try and make words with, and then it'll show us a picture of what you're talking about. It's like a fun art project. Did you ever like to draw or color? You can draw us a picture of your favorite toy.
Which one of these is your favorite? Can you show us on the screen?
Make it draw us your favorite toy. And we'll pull that toy over here and we can use it.
Heather told us that you have a favorite book that you like to read.
Whoa. I heard something back here. Ooh.
What is it?
It almost looks like an owl, like a green owl. Is there a green owl anywhere around here? Or an owl in general? I'm not really sure what that is.
Hey, buddy. If you're here, Heather told us that you had a book that you like to read. Can you try and pick up that book and show us which one it is? Which book is it? Here, if I do something. If I roll this to you, can you roll it back to me? Can you try and roll that back to me? Can you show us another picture like you did?
We've been waiting for someone to come out and talk to us tonight, buddy. But everyone seems to be asleep or busy or just not wanting to talk to us. What?
What you got?
Just is exactly that. What?
Huh. Well, maybe we'll walk out into the hallway here and leave you to it.
Buddy, you want to follow us out here?
Or anybody. Hello?
Want to head back in there?
Yeah.
We're coming back in.
Let's see if Buddy's giving us a sign.
Let's see. I don't know what that is either. That defies words. Which is interesting because that's what makes the pictures is words. What do you think you see?
Bugs or mites on a microscopic level eating something?
I was gonna say I see a human being being ripped in half.
Are you okay?
I don't know. No idea. Let us know in the comments what you think that was. And let us know in the comments how many cat balls Dave is gonna break.
Yeah. Guys, do that. Leave a comment below. Over the years, how many cat balls do you think that we have destroyed while filming? And whoever gets it right will give you a free t-shirt.
And it's a house.
You know what that is?
What?
It's Buddy saying go home. No. Maybe that's where Buddy lived.
It could be. Okay, buddy.
Wait a minute.
What?
Do you think... Remember the first thing that came through and I said that looked like maybe the dinosaur?
Yeah, well, I don't know if that was the first thing, but that was a thing.
Do you think that could have been a snake?
It really looked like a snake to me. Maybe we can take a second look here. Let me stop on this. Let me go ahead and pull up the... You knocked it off the bed to begin with. I don't want to hear it.
So nothing relevant by any means.
No, nothing relevant by any means. This was an interesting night. I mean, at the beginning, we had some very interesting things that happened with you being poked, then the word poke coming through.
Poke.
The SLS figures that we still don't have an explanation for.
No.
And after that, it's kind of fallen silent. I mean, maybe some spirit box voices, but none of them were really clear enough for us to be like, that's what it said. Overall, a quiet night at Old South Pittsburg Hospital.
Yes. I think you might be right. It just lends to that theory of you get what you give. And if you don't have the energy to give, you're not going to get anything in return.
That's right. So it really is interesting. Hopefully one day we can return to Old South Pittsburg Hospital and investigate this when we're not immediately following an even more giant hospital the night before, less than 24 hours before. And we can hit this with a little bit of energy and find ourselves on a more receptive level. So, but Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this. You know what you got to do. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Make sure everyone watching hits that thumbs up button. And make sure, of course, that you share this video out. We appreciate all your support, even on the videos and the investigations that we don't capture anything. In our opinion, those are even more important than the ones where we capture a lot of evidence, because it shows you that when we do capture something that is absolutely mind-blowing or shocking, that it's not an everyday occurrence. And that's the beauty of the paranormal. If it happened every time you turn the cameras on, it wouldn't be that exciting.
No.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Big episodes coming up, big locations, big things. You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it. And if you made it this far in the video, leave a comment that says, Buddy is the best. We will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.